Well, get Kevin on the call. Big series, obviously. Well, single game this weekend for the semifinals. What does the preparation look for your team this week, and what are the travel plans heading up there?
Yeah, I think a big part of the week is trying to get bodies in order and make sure health on that side. The extra day to use it wisely. So this time of year, I think you need some fresh bodies. So hopefully, as practice is going on here, it's just been competitive. The guys are excited about being in this stage, and you want to be back in this arena of time. So playing for your life, and I think our guys are practicing like that.
Obviously, you want a sense of urgency. You play a very difficult team, a veteran team with a good goalie and Blake Pietila. What's the scouting report look like so far on Michigan Tech?
Uh, Group that plays hard. I mean, they've got forwards there with balance. Their defending group, they play hard in front of their goaltender, who's been excellent. They've had good balance of their special teams the whole time too. So I think just as a whole, they've got a good foundation for a team. And along the way, as we've been head to head and they've been narrow games, you got to be opportunistic when the opportunity is there. At the same time, got to be pretty stingy to try to deny those opportunities as well.
Kevin?
Hey Luke, they're a team obviously that came into this season with a lot of high expectations coming off, a couple trips in NCAA tournament last year, a lot of returners. Hasn't quite gone as planned for them, but feels like they're playing better right now. Do you think they are a really dangerous team, maybe better than what they're seeding and kind of some of the lows this season they've had would indicate?
No, no question. I think those experiences they've had in the past are adding up for that veteran group. They've had great contributions from their freshmen with Gordon and Pietla and some guys that have gone in there and impacted their play. At the same breath, I think when you watch the team and the year, you got to factor in some timing of injuries and some timing of different things when maybe they didn't get off the dock as well as they wanted to in the beginning. So dangerous group. I think they're playing really good hockey at the right time.
What are your thoughts on the single elimination format this weekend? Used to be a series in the semifinals. Are you a fan of the single elimination, or would you be more a proponent of a best two or three?
I mean, the series oftentimes, I think when you look at hockey, you always talk series, but as I think the road narrows and the teams, are eliminated, it always comes down to one gamer. So I think all we're doing is practicing for, hopefully other one game opportunities. Better be on your game because that 60 minutes is going to happen quick, and both teams are fighting for the same prize in a small little window.
You talked about the sense of urgency in practice last week, coming off the Bemidji series. I'm sure the that sense of urgency is continuing into this week with it being a one and done. But I would imagine the mood there is quite good after a really good bounce back series against Northern.
Depends if their coach is a bear, I guess. No, it's good. There's some good confidence about what we're doing and things like that. But you can't wish the game to be here, and you can't forget about all the work you got to do. So we're going step by step, and I'll to our guys' credit. A week ago you're on spring break, and now you're back in the classroom. So we're just trying to make sure we got enough balance of both, so they got enough focus to take care of what we do around here academically with being successful, and then also being on the ice successful.
Wanted to ask a question about Brandon Cook. We haven't talked about him a lot this year. He had 3 points this last weekend. It seems like he's been stacking some games here of late. How big of a veteran presence has he been on the blue line for you guys, both offensively and defensively in this stretch run? And how nice is it to have a player like him, a veteran, come playoff time back there?
Yeah, Cookie's just got as the years wore on here, you can see just his level of maturity around here day to day with his background, his experience, the military background side of things. I think he handles situations very well. If it's a high, like he'll never find him too high, and if it's a low, you can't cut him out because he'll be right back to it. So those. Quietly, he can amass points just out of being a puck mover. I think being transitional, he definitely has his moments of blue line offense for sure. And then because of all those things, he kind of eats a lot of minutes, just quietly eats up minutes. And those are, this time of year, really, really valuable moments for our team.
He also got to be the hero of the game for one of the games that here this last weekend. Was that kind of a cool moment given, his service and what he's done and gonna do?
I thought it was extremely special. I think the sacrifice that they decide when they do U.S. Military Academy, the services included. We're here having fun because of graduates of those programs. He's going to be one of them. He's probably a brother that went through it. He's going to be in the same boat, and I'm sure he wants to keep every day of hockey alive. But I know that future is bright with a guy like that to fend for our country. And being a military Air Force brat myself, I couldn't have been prouder watching the guy that uses a platform as hockey, but has that background going on. We're in good hands with a guy like Cookie.
And then my last one, the last time you guys were at Tech, it was a really compelling series. I thought really competitive. A lot of good things that you guys did there. Is there confidence coming off that series and a lot of good things you can look back on and draw on that you did well that weekend in Houghton?
Yeah, they're obviously very, to your point, competitive and narrow. The margin of error, I think, between the two clubs is very close and tight. You can't afford to mess up on many opportunities, and then you have to capitalize on your opportunities as well. It feels good to be leaving Houghton with the last time we played up there with a win. You look over the series; they've been 1-goal games. They've been close. I would expect nothing less. Probably for both clubs, maybe as healthy as both teams have been a little bit. So I bet we'll both see each other's best cards. I'm assuming.
Scott?
Coach, last weekend I thought Stender was noticeable on the ice. Talk a little bit about his game last weekend.
Stanley's just he's a warrior. Stanley is an undercover, everydayer, doesn't get the accolades that he deserves. He's grounded himself in our lineup through a penalty kill role that he's very good at. He's versatile. I've used him at center. He's versatile. We've used him as more of a shutdown style D. Just his growth and development in every day. I think when you see Stendy around here, his competitiveness on the ice, his competitiveness and preparation, they show up really quick, and it's helping when he gets the opportunity in the moments that he's done very well with them.